Ramirez, oh, it's a ripper. Oh, long range, and what a bullet!
Coming to you from the entertainment capital of the world, we present you the latest episode of The Report. I'm Michelle Montaigne. Over halfway through the season, and the youth movement continues to gain momentum. The youngsters, they keep stepping up, further fulfilling the mission of MLS Next Pro, and that is nowhere more evident than on the other side of the country in Philadelphia. Union 2's Kevin Sullivan notched his first professional goal, and oh my gosh, the way he did it, finding the end of a pass from Frankie Westfield, the 14-year-old dribbled past several defenders before his strike sailed into the back right corner, making him the second youngest player to score a goal in MLS Next Pro history. In just his fourth start with Union 2, he managed the first of what we think are many more major milestones to come.
Obviously, I'm pretty happy. I believe that there was a few chances I've had in other games before that. So that always is in my mind that it should happen earlier. But it is a nice feeling to win on the road and score the winning goal with the boys. And, you know, long bus right back, but it was a fun one.
Now, we mentioned Sullivan is the second youngest goal scorer in league history. He trails only Axel Kai, who scored for Real Monarchs on June 12, 2022 versus Colorado Rapids 2 at the age of 14 years and 162 days. Joining Sullivan and Kai on that list are Julian Hall and Nimfasha Berchimus, who were also under 16 years of age when they scored their first. Sullivan's major milestone not only caught our attention, but that of the 360 crew.
In MLS Next Pro play, you had Philadelphia's second team taking on the New England Revolution second team earlier today. Guess who scored the match winner for his first ever professional goal? Kevin Sullivan. This was the match winner. It ended up being a 2-1 scoreline up in New England. This the second goal, and it's a beauty from the 14-year-old.
Look at that close control. Drives into the box. Weaker right foot finish. Good goal, man.
Clever little movement off the ball and then close control inside the box.
And Jim Curtin suggested that we could see Kevin Sullivan very soon with the first team.
Take your time, Jim. Let him breathe. Let him cook.
You think so?
Yeah. I think he's a brilliant player, but I just think they don't need to rush it.
Okay, fair enough.
Another youngster making a name for himself, Crown Legacy's Aaron John. Fresh off of his Rising Star of the Month recognition, John notched the game winner for Crown Legacy in the 77th minute over interdivision foe CFC. After contributing 5 goals in June, his 7th goal of the season shows he's wasting no time at the outset of July.
First of all, it was a very tough match. It was kind of an ugly game, yeah, I'm just excited that we were able to get the 3 points and that I was able to help the team in that way. So.
One-upping those two was Red Bulls 2's Julian Hall, who scored 2 in Red Bulls' 6-2 win over Atlanta United 2. The brace was the first of the 16-year-old season, and it came just a couple weeks after Hall scored his first Major League Soccer goal. Post-game, he explained how he's been able to be so clinical around the box.
It was a good feeling to get those 2 goals. You know, the first one I just felt to take it early, and it worked out for me. And the second one, it was a good ball from my teammate Mina, and I just put it away. Could have got more, but it was a good feeling to get the win tonight.
Also notching a brace this weekend, St. Louis City 2's Makai Joyner. He also participated in the other 2 goals coming in the 4-3 win over LAFC 2. The 2 goals made for his first ever professional brace and brings his goal total on the season to 9. Following the career day, Joyner shared his joy with us.
I felt very excited. Me and my teammates, we worked really hard to get this win. A few guys that are originally with the second team actually moved up, so we had to work together, and we did really good actually. So we just keep pushing, and we got the 3 points we needed. Felt really good to get 2 goals. I didn't even draw the PKs, but my teammate Brendan did, and he was nice enough to let me take them. Get my first brace, so I want to thank him as well. Thank the coaches for believing in me to take the PKs. So yeah, it felt really great.
The firsts continue with Ventura County FC's Gabriel Arnold scoring his first MLS Next Pro goal in a shootout win over Dynamo Dos. In just his 3rd start with VCFC, and only weeks after winning the MLS Next Cup with the U17s, Arnold continues his hot streak at the pro level. And with the nickname Gabby Goal, we can only expect more to come from the 17-year-old.
I mean, it's a great feeling. I wouldn't want to do it in another place with all these beautiful fans. Every day they come out here and support, so it's just a great feeling, but also happy to get the 2 points at home.
Now, we mentioned Union 2 is doing well in young player development, but so is VCFC. Arnold led the charge for the academy players who took the field versus Dynamo Dos. Joining him were Riley Delgado, Emiliano Garcia, Javier Corona, and Victor Casillas, who all saw action. The LA Coliseum has hosted 2 Olympic Games thus far, first in 1932 and most recently in 1984. It'll also host the 2028 Olympic Games, but until then we must watch from Paris, France for this year's games. Team USA just announced their men's soccer roster. It features 5 MLS Next Pro alumni, headlined by our very own former Capybara, Patrick Schulte. Joining the inaugural goalkeeper of the year is Inter Miami 2's Benjamin Cremaschi, who's become a regular teammate of Lionel Messi. 3 of the roster's 15 players spent time playing with Union 2. Forward Paxton Aronson, midfielder Jack McGlynn, and defender Nathan Harriel show you just how well-rounded the Philly-based system is. Here's a look at some of the alumni's appearances from their playing days in MLS Next Pro. In 15 starts, Schulte managed 7 clean sheets, while only allowing 15 goals against en route to helping Crew 2 win the inaugural MLS Next Pro Cup. Cremaschi, meanwhile, notched 5 goals in his first season alone. Union 2 got the advantage of having 3 upcoming superstars on their roster. From the rings in the Coliseum to the stars in gold here on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, our players are working to become the stars of tomorrow. Good way to jumpstart that journey is by leading the Golden Boot race. Parebo scored his 11th goal of the season in the 50th minute against Inter Miami 2. The captain, with the perfectly timed header, gave his side the lead for the time being. He was accompanied on the score sheet by teammate, midfielder, and Golden Boot race contender Harold Osorio. Osorio actually opened the match's scoring, and after the guys walked away with the shootout win, Parebo only had one thing on his mind.
I mean, we were, tied 1-1, and then Luca Purpo played a nice ball from, the corner, and I just got my head on it and scored, so, yeah, I guess I'm leading the league in goals, but at the end of the day, that's not my priority. My priority is for the team to win as many games as possible and for us to eventually get to first place, so.
All right, so here's a look at the full standings. Parebo leading the way, Osorio right behind him in a tie for second with 9 goals on the season, tied with Makai Joyner. Behind them is a 5-way tie of players with 8 goals on the season so far. That sits between Beto Avila, Eddie Davis, Roald Mitchell, Patrick Weah, and Taylor Calera. And finally, we wrap up with our MLS Next Pro moment from the Griffith Observatory, a place that has witnessed countless memorable cinematic moments. And just like the movies, sports is filled with joy, drama, and sometimes agony. Unfortunately, that was the case for Isaiah Parker when he suffered an injury during North Texas SC's match. But the moment came after he exited. Parker's teammates went on to score 3 more unanswered goals. And following the 4th and final goal, courtesy of Enes Saleh, he dedicated it to Parker. Holding up the defender's jersey, Saleh and the team celebrated by showing their solidarity and support for Isaiah Parker's recovery. Well, that'll do it for this episode of The Report. The next time we see you will be when all the stars are together in Columbus for All-Star Week. Until then, I'm Michelle Montaigne saying so long from La La Land.